is now represented in every German region after the great success in Hesse.
Early results in the German region of Hesse suggest a decline in popularity for the ruling coalition, together with a rise for the right-wing AfD, which now has seats in every single regional parliament.
Until people come to their senses, we have more money than anybody else by far. We'll build it up.
In the stories that shape the week, President Trump threatens a new arms race with Russia and China as he looks to pull out of a major Cold War nuclear agreement, causing further divisions with his EU partners. And Europe and its transatlantic allies, Canada and the United States, appear unwilling to freeze arms sales to Saudi Arabia in the wake of the killing of dissident journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Hello there, you're watching The Weekly here on RT International Live with me, Daniel Hawkins, wherever you are tonight. Thanks so much for joining us on the programme. Now, counting is underway in local elections in the German region of Hesse. Early results so far suggest the anti-migrant AfD party will win a place in the parliament, giving it representation in every region in the country. They also show waning support for the traditional parties in favour of the left-wing forces too. The AfD congratulated her fellow party members on the result. The rulers, meanwhile, say the elections show they need to rethink their policies.
With the People's Party is in the region after the great success in Hesse.
This evening there was a very mixed message. Hesse wants the Christian Democratic Union to continue leading this state, but many people have shown during this election that it must be different, not in Hesse, but in Berlin.
Now, political analyst Stephen Meissner believes ruling parties are going to need to change their politics if they want to stay in power.
The state election of Hesse is probably a proxy vote nationally as well. It's not just a local vote. It will definitely put Merkel in a weak position. She's been getting weaker and weaker and more unpopular. And now if they lose, and they seem to have lost big there as well again, I would expect she'd be under pretty severe pressure now as far as the support on the federal level that at some point the CDU is going to have to look for a new face. She's getting very unpopular. I think she's more of a liability for the party than she is a positive fact. For instance, there have been these so-called Merkel muss weg demonstrations going on for about a year and a half now. That means in German, the English translation is Merkel has to go. And I don't ever remember seeing Schröder, like the chancellor before Merkel, has to go demonstrations, or before him was Kohl. I don't ever remember having demonstrations here in Germany saying Kohl has to go. At least in part of the population, she's become really highly unpopular.
On Tuesday, the US president again threatened a new arms race with Russia and China just days